Day number 16. Boys, welcome back to another Brocasties YouTube video. Today, we are talking Wednesday in the NBA. I got my 4 best picks for you guys, as always. Yesterday was another 500 day. Unfortunately, 2-2. Jared Allen, I was talking about how the Pistons, every video, I say take the less than on points when they play a center. But then as of late, since I started doing that, they've been one of the worst defenses. Turns out, for whatever reason, every time I just pick a Pistons defense against the center, it goes horribly wrong. Jared Allen doesn't even come close to his 17.5 line. So that one was terrible. Brandon Miller, I want to say he was on pace for this for a lot of the game. Was looking really good. Game ended up being kind of a blowout, so he does unfortunately miss that. But then Mikal Bridges and Scotty Barnes both have less than their PRAs in the Knicks win over the Raptors. So those two cash predicted this game well. These two, unfortunately, not the same story. But 2-2 day on a 17-10 run. So hopefully if you mix and match some of them, I know Underdog has good payouts for a 2-man. Hopefully this was one of the 2-mans that you did combine. So let's get right into it. I got my 4 best picks for Wednesday. Got 2 different games today. We got 2 players in this Philly Jazz game and then 2 in this Hornets Celtics game. So we'll start off in this Boston game over here. So we'll go over. First play, we'll scroll down. He's had 2 bad games in a row. I don't want to keep piling on him, but we are taking Con Knipple less than his points. Let's go over to NBA defense against position. Point guards on the season, they allow the fewest points per game to shooting guards over the last 15. The third fewest. So very, very tough matchup both on the season and as of late. Plus Con Knipple, don't want to wish bad on him, but 2 pretty lackluster performances. Was on fire for a little bit there, but we'll pull up his full game log. But 2 games in a row. I unfortunately do expect this slump to continue a little bit. Again, very, very tough matchup. So 13-10, both did miss by quite a wide margin. His line is 18.5, so he needs 19 to hit. 28, 21, 28, 33. So had that great stretch, but then 2 misses in a row, barely hit. This would have been a miss too. This would have been a miss. So he does have these stretches where unfortunately he doesn't play as good as some of these elite ones. I think these stretch of games are kind of bumping up his line a little bit too high for my liking. Again, back-to-back games, not super great compared to his other ones, plus super, super tough matchup. Again, the toughest defense on the season, the 3rd toughest defense over the last 15. So my play number 1 is to take Con Knipple to have less than his 18.5 points. Then in that same game, you guys know sometimes we take flat lines, sometimes we take like 0.94s or whatever, but also sometimes we do take plus money plays. And that's what we're doing right here. Going over to Derek White, less than 3.5 rebounds. One thing I find interesting about this, if we go over to PrizePicks, rebounds, and we see Derek White, his line's 2.5, but it's like boosted to the left. If you can't do 3.5, so 4, 5, and 6.5 are all extra payouts would be more so. So it seems like they're not expecting a massive rebound game from him either. Again, 2.5 is the base thing they have set there. Again, you don't get paid the same, but that's the first thing you see when you do search up Derek White rebounds. So here, 3.5, you do get paid a little bit extra for the less than, but I do like this play a lot. First up, let's go rebounds on the season. Charlotte Hornets, 2nd fewest per game. So they've been great on the season. As of late, let's see, last 15, Charlotte Hornets. So still down here. What is this? The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th toughest defense over the last 15. So do like this one a lot. Let's pull up his full game log. Wow, I typed that way too fast. Completely butchered the spelling. But so we need 3 or less. 1 cashed, missed, cashed, miss, cash. So he does have these stretches where he hits it a bunch in a row, misses a bunch in a row. I do think this is probably going to be the start of one of those few game stretches where he does not hit this. Again, you do get paid extra for this one, so it's not the books are basically telling you to take the higher, I do like the value on the lower. Plus, getting the extra payout does have these games with very, very few rebounds. Even on 34 minutes, having 1 rebound. So, tough rebounding matchup. I do think some other players will have to shine in that regard. Averaging 4.4 per game on the season, 110th in the NBA. So, I do like those two a lot in this first game we're going to be talking about. So, again, Charlotte at Boston. Derek White to have less than his 3.5 rebounds, and Concanable to have less than his 18.5 points. There's going to be a lot of guards in this video today. But before we go into the next game, as always, boys, go down. If you do like these videos, hit the subscribe. Coming out with daily NBA videos. Again, every single day that there are games, we are coming out with videos, my best picks in the games for the next day or the day of, depending when you're watching the video. So hit the subscribe, hit the like, making these videos every single day. And as always, code BROS on Underdog, Sleeper, Chalkboard, PrizePicks will give you free picks, deposit matches, a bunch of good stuff, free bread. You see in the banner down here, PrizePicks, play 5, get 50. Underdog, play 5, get 75. So those are absolute no-brainers. Take advantage of that. Chalkboard also has free picks and deposit matches as well. A lot of good stuff. And then Sleeper, as always, boys, absolute no-brainer. Free $20, no deposit necessary. Don't need to put in any of your own bread. They give you $20 to play with. Like I say in every video, it's like if you see a free $20 on the street, you're going to go pick it up, going to go take advantage. Same thing with Sleeper. Right when this video is over, go download Sleeper, use code BROS, get that free $20. Available in all these states and provinces in Canada as well. So take advantage of all that stuff. Hit the subscribe as well. So appreciate all you boys for tuning into the videos. Let's get into the last 2 picks before we end this one. Recording this kind of late, so talking a little bit quieter than normal, as you may have noticed. But 2 more picks for Wednesday in the NBA. Let's go over to this Philly-Utah game. And this line is so high, and I know it's risky. I am still taking the higher 33.5 points. I know it's crazy. I am well aware. But we look at this what I pulled up here. Let's go over to Celtics. Not Celtics. What am I doing? 76ers. Look at their depth chart. Embiid out, so many day-to-day, so many injuries on this team. I think Tyrese Maxey is going to have to put on an absolute show. It's going to be the Tyrese Maxey show. And he has had some very, very elite games as of late. Tyrese Maxey game log. So he needs 34. Missed here. This one barely missed. So a lot of misses, but then he has those big games. 39, even 33, 32 are still very, very high scoring games. Obviously, does not hit this super consistently because 34 is an insane line. Yes, I am well aware that he's 4th in the NBA in points per game with 29.1. No Embiid, whole whack load of injuries on this team. I think it's going to be him just chucking up shot after shot after shot. So I think Tyrese Maxey has a super high volume day. I do think he does get to 34 plus. Again, I know how crazy that line is, but I'm still taking the higher. Also, adding on top of that, the easiest matchup is the Utah Jazz by quite a bit. 27.66 points per game is kind of wild. Even over the last 15, still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, allowing the 5th most points per game. So super, super easy matchup. Tyrese Maxey is going to have to basically just do everything for this team. I think he puts on a show. And then in this same game, going over to Keontae George, and I'm taking his less than. So we got, what is this? 3 lowers and 1 higher, and the higher is on an insane line. But these are the plays I do like today. Keontae George, Celtics, 2nd toughest defense on the season against the point guard position. Over the last 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 toughest. So pretty decent sample size. Over the last 7, been elite against them. So super, super tough matchup. I think he does have a struggle game. As of late, last 2 games absolutely blew up here, but then 17 would have missed. So pull up his full game log. See how he's been doing as of late. But yeah, some of these games not playing tons a minute, but so this would have been miss, hit, Miss, hit, miss, miss. He does have these blow up games. These are what we need from Tyrese Maxey. But he definitely is up and down. But again, I'm just following the matchup here. I think it's going to be a tough game for him. I think Maxey's going to ball out. He's going to struggle a little bit. And yeah, those are my 4 favorite plays for Wednesday in the NBA. Again, Underdog, I highly suggest mixing and matching. They have great payouts for 2-mans rather than 4-mans. You can put a little bit on the 4-man, but I do like doing 2-mans on Underdog. So those are my favorite plays. Hope you have a great rest of your day and can't wait to see you again tomorrow.